NASA has started the James Webb Space Telescope into focus. NASA has begun the months-long, tedious process of bringing its recently launched James Webb Space Telescope into focus. Engineers at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland started by sending signals to tiny motors known as actuators, which fine-tune the telescope main mirror. The new observatory will go back to the Big Bang, 100 million years after the event that set in motion the expansion of the observable universe 13.8 billion years ago. NASA is leading an international effort with the European and Canadian space agencies to build the telescope. Webb's telescope is nearly 100 times more powerful than Hubble's, allowing it to observe objects and greater distance and so go back its time further than Hubble or any previous telescope. The revolutionary new scope has potential to deliver a view of cosmos that dates back billions of years, but some fine-tune is required before that. NASA has begun the months-long, tedious process of bringing its recently launched James Webb Space Telescope into focus, a task that should be completed by early summer in time for the revolutionary eye in the sky to begin peering into the universe. Engineers at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland started by sending signals to tiny motors known as actuators, which steadily move and fine-tune the telescope main mirror. The primary mirror is 6.5 meters, 21 feet 4 inches in diameter, and is made up of 18 hexagonal segments of gold-plated beryllium metal, a significantly larger light-collecting surface than Webb predecessors, the 30 years and Hubble Observatory. The 18 segments, which had been folded together to fit within the cargo bay of the rocket that took Webb to orbit, were unfolded alongside the rest of the telescope's structural components 2 weeks after its launch at Christmas Day. Before that can be aligned to form a single, unbroken light collecting surface, those segments must be removed from the fasteners that held them in place for the launch and moved forward by approximately a millimeter from their original configuration, a 10-day procedure. According to Lee Weinberg, the Webb Optical Telescope element manager at Goddard, the alignment will take under 3 months. According to Weinberg, when the principal mirror segments and aligned to 1/5,000 to the thickness of a human hair. All of this necessitated us inventing things that had never been done before, he said, citing the actuators, which were designed to move incrementally at -240 degrees Celsius, -400 Fahrenheit in space vacuum. The smaller secondary mirror on the telescope, which directs light captured from the primary lens onto Webb camera, and other instruments must also be oriented to work as part of a coherent optical system. If everything goes according to the plan, the telescope should be ready to take its first science photographs in May, which will be processed for another month before being provided to the public, according to Weinberg. The $9 million telescope, dubbed the leading space science observatory of the next decade by NASA, will primarily observe the cosmos in infrared wavelength, allowing it to peer through clouds of gas and dust where stars are forming. Hubble's primary wavelength of cooperation have been optical and ultraviolet. Webb's telescope is nearly 100 times more powerful than Hubble's, allowing it to observe objects and greater distance and so go back in time further than Hubble or any previous telescope. According to astronomers, This will reveal a hitherto unseen image of the cosmos, dating from just 100 million years after the Big Bang. The hypothesized flashpoint that set in motion the expansion of the observable universe 13.8 million years ago. NASA is leading an international effort with the European and Canadian space agencies to build telescopes. We did like to consider a new year resolution as the year 2022 begins, and you are joining us from India. We did like to encourage you to join the more than 1.5 million people in 180 countries who have pledged financial support to keep us open to everyone while being fiscally independent. This funding will continue to fund investigations into offshore wealth, spyware, sexual harassment, labor abuse, environmental pillage, crony, coronavirus hype, and spectacular disinformation and misconceptions is allowed rigorous, fact-checked, authoritative journalism to thrive. We will be just as busy in 2022 with the slow of elections. France, Brazil, and the United States, to name a few. Economic pressure, the next phase of the pandemic, the coming climate problem, and the first Winter World Cup. To keep us occupied, we can set our agenda and produce trustworthy news free of commercial and political influence, providing a counterweight to the spread of misinformation. Because we don't have any shareholders or wealthy owners, we can probe and challenge without fear or favor at the time when it has never been more important. Unlike many others, Guardian journalism is available to everyone, regardless of financial means. We do this because we believe in equitable access to information. We want to democratize information while others want to commoditize it. More people will be able to keep track of global events, grasp their implications, and be encouraged to take meaningful action as a result. There has never been a better time to join us. Every gift, no matter how small, fuels our journalism and ensures its long-term viability.